Hi there, it's Tamara over here, your digital marketing strategist and a guide to the world of online marketing. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to set up Google Analytics goals for your website. And in particular, we're going to learn why we need to have Google Analytics set up for your website, how to get started and get your tracking code, how to add the code to your website, and how to set up your first simple goal to track conversions for your email newsletter. I'll add the links to recommended resources in the blog post below this video, so do make sure if you're on YouTube to go to the blog post and check this out. So, first we're going to look at why we need to have Google Analytics. Well, every site we have as a business, it has a purpose: to sell our products or services, cross-promote another site, and to engage users. The purpose is achieved when the user accomplishes some specific action, like watching a video, filling in an inquiry form, viewing a minimum number of pages, buying a product. It's important to identify these milestones and give them values so you can track and measure the extent to which your user succeeds. That data is available in the goals report in metrics like goal completion, goal value, and goal conversion rate. In Google Analytics, there are several types of goals. One is destination. So this goal is triggered when a user reaches a specific web page or a screen. Duration. The user spends a minimum amount of time on your site. Pages per visit. The user views a specific minimum number of pages on each visit. And event. The user conducts a specified action like viewing a video or sharing a blog post on social media. For newsletter subscription, you can set up a web page type of goal. So destination. And let's see how we can get started with Google Analytics first. So first you need to have your Google account and then go to google.com/analytics. If you haven't got Analytics account set up yet, then you'll need to sign up, which is completely free, and add it to your Google account. Then you'll again end up in a screen like this, where you'll have your different accounts for Google Analytics here. So where we need to go is admin at the top, and then here we want to set up a new account. So this is the main account for your business. For example, if I'm a marketing agency, I have several accounts for different clients, but you'll probably just end up with one account for your business. So here you put your account name, your website name, and then your website URL. You can select your industry, so in my case I'll set business and industrial markets. You need to set up your reporting time zone, because then you'll know at what times visitors actually get to see your web pages and when they come to your website. So my website is based in the UK and it's GMT. And then you can decide if you want to share your data with other Google products like AdWords, AdSense, if you want to share with Google for them to improve their services, if you want to share it with technical support, if you have any technical queries so they can see exactly what's going on, and account specialists. So these are marketing consultants who you might want to share your account with for them to be able to access it and help you out with setting it up. So I'm gonna untick these three. Then you need to accept your terms of agreement, and that's it, you're done. You're now set up with Google Analytics. Google Analytics gives you the tracking ID and a tracking code, and to integrate it in your website there are two different options. If your website is WordPress.org, so self-hosted WordPress, or Joomla on some other content management based websites, then you might be able to just download the plugin and then put this tracking ID number into the plugin settings, and that's it, you'll be done and set with using Google Analytics. If your website is HTML pages, then you'll probably need to copy this code and put it in each of the pages of your website. Also, if your website is based on a content management system that hasn't got a plugin for Google Analytics, then you might also need to copy this code and put it in any page of your website. So if your site is based on WordPress.com, unfortunately they don't integrate with Google Analytics, so you would just have to use the WordPress.com bespoke stats that they provide you with. If you're on WordPress.org, which is my favorite content management system, just the search in the plugin directory tells you that they've got nearly 600 different plugins for Google Analytics. So this choice can be a bit overwhelming. So the two plugins that I recommend to use are Google Analytics for WordPress by Yoast. So this plugin has lots of different settings and it's for quite advanced users, but you can specify exactly how you want your data to appear, what you want to track, what kind of events and links you don't want to track. If you think this is too much and too overwhelming for you at the moment, then there is a simpler one which is called Simple Google Analytics, and this is what it will look like on a dashboard when you're trying to set it up. All you need to do is put your Google Analytics ID, just a couple of settings here, and that's it, you're done and ready to use Google Analytics. So once you've had your Google Analytics set up, and after a couple of days you can click on your reporting functionality, and then you'll see here that instead of just having 000 visits, you will start having graphs showing you how many people visited your website, what countries they're from, what kind of operating systems they use. So there is absolute wealth of data here, and it will help you exactly work out what works and what doesn't work in your digital marketing. So why do we need to set up Google Analytics goals? Like I said, it's important to know exactly how well your website is performing, and having your Google Analytics goals is one of the easiest ways to track it. So to access goals, you go to admin, you select your business account and your business property, and then here you've got your view. So what's the difference between properties and views? So for example, in this my new business account, I can have business website Tamara Baranova, I could have business website WP Design Genius, I can have Virtual Marketing Academy, and lots of other websites. Each of those websites could be a separate property. So each property will have its own tracking code and its own set of reports. Now within each property I could have different views. So for example, if I had an e-commerce website, I could have one view for all my non-e-commerce pages, like blogs about the company, how to contact us, and so on. And then the other view I could set for pages which would be under /shop. So everything that's to do with e-commerce on the website. So in this case, we just have one view, all website data. So we can click View Settings, and we can actually change it to something more meaningful. So if you have e-commerce website, then you can track e-commerce, and if you use Google search on your website, then again you can set to track Google search. And what we want to go to is goals. At the moment there are no goals set up on the website, so we're going to set up the first goal. For your newsletter subscription, so to grow your email list and number of opt-ins on your website, the goal we're going to track. So this goal is under Acquisition, Create an Account. We click Next Step, and then here we can say Newsletter Subscription. And then here we can say that this is the type of this goal is a destination goal, so we're going to track as a thanks type page. So next step, and then here we can say the destination page is equal to thanks for subscription. So if I had a WordPress website, which would be, for example, www.tamarabaranova.com, then this page would be tamarabaranova.com/thanks for subscription. So here you only need to add the actual URL for the page, not the full URL, but what describes your page. You can say the value for the goal, So if you know if someone signs up for your newsletter, the value for your business, for example, is £1, and you can say this value is £1. If you know someone actually purchased something on your website, not just signed up, then you can set up monetary value to each of those goals. And then you can create an account, and that's it. Now your goal is set up. So what then happens is, then in your reporting, you've got this option at the bottom called conversions, and this is where you track your goals. Obviously at the moment I have no information here, but you can see you can then track how many goal completions happen on a daily basis on your website. So how many people that go to your website each day actually sign up for your email list? How many new opt-ins do you get? And then also it will calculate for you what's your goal conversion rate. So this is a percentage of people who sign up for your newsletter against the total amount of people who visited your website each day. How many people didn't sign up, and just number of unique subscriptions for goal 1. And then here what you can do is you can view your funnel, so what pages people view before they sign up for your newsletter, which pages they abandon on, and also when you're viewing your main reporting, for example for keywords, your organic keywords, here you can set it up so you're not just viewing a summary of what kind of keywords attract visitors to your website, but what sort of keywords actually create better conversion rate for your website. And then when you're optimizing your website, you can select those keywords that not just attract people to your website, but actually make sure that they sign up for your website. And this you can apply to everything else you do in your business. So for example, you can look at how many subscriptions you get from social media visitors, from podcasting, so keywords and SEO efforts. If you do any guest blogging on other websites, then you can track how many visitors you get to your website and how many of those sign up for your newsletter. What kind of people actually sign up for newsletter based on sources, keywords, demographics, location. So all this information can be used for your website and how to optimize it. So when we talk about optimizing your website, what exactly do we mean? So once you have this data going, what you can do is try testing different changes to your website, and because you have this data, you can quickly see which changes work well and which changes actually reduce your conversion ratios. For example, you can test different names for your freebie. So you can say it's a free report, how to get more clients for your business, or you can say it's a free download, how to get more leads for your business, and each different variation will result in different conversion ratio. You can test where you place your form on the page, whether it's at the top of the page or at the bottom of the page. If you have a pop-up on your website, so when someone visits the site and they get a pop-up with a sign-up form, or maybe you can switch it off for a while and see how your conversion ratios change. If you place your sign-up form on the sidebar on your website or at the top of your website, just under the header. So all these metrics will be available to you and will help you decide which changes to your website actually help you improve your business. So now I have a challenge for you. First step, if you haven't got a Google Analytics account set up, go and get one set up for your business. And if you do have one already, well done. Go and check your stats to ensure your code is tracking data correctly. And while you're there, you can set up some reports and start actually using this information in your business. The second step, you need to set up a conversion goal in your Google Analytics to track email list opt-ins. Follow the data for a couple of weeks and let me know your results. Were you surprised with your conversion ratios? Do you have any questions on what to do next? Did you get stuck with how to set up your newsletter system to actually send visitors to this thank you page on your website? Please share in comments on the blog post. Now, if you like this video, please share it with your friends using the social media buttons. Subscribe to the channel to get new videos sent straight to you. You can ask questions and discuss this video with others on the blog. So get over there and leave me a comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.